Hello everyone, my name is Pankaj Pathani and today I will discuss about the one of the most important topic that is Newton ring experiment, and that is basically the application of interference in bed shaped thin film. In the last lectures we have discussed about the interference of light from the bed shaped thin film. Bed means the varying thickness film, thin film. Understand? You can go for my YouTube channel and also subscribe that. Understand? And follow the all the videos related to this topic. Now, this is the most important because it is the application of interference in bed-shaped thin film. Because Newtons have given us this uh, experiment through which we can easily calculate the wavelength of unknown source and the refractive index of the liquid or any substance, etc. So here is the Newton ring experiment setup. This is basically the plano convex lens that is basically put on the plane surface or the glass. When we put the plano convex lens, we have seen that from the center there is the in the both side there is the film, air film. Understand, with the varying thickness. So this is the case of the basically bed shaped thin film. In the last lecture we had plotting this one and this. There is a both sides. This is alpha and this is alpha. So this is the application of bed shaped thin film. Interference in the bed shape. Same thing is here. Here is also from the center, the thickness will be vary. Here from the center, the thickness is also vary. Means gradually increase. So this is basically bed shape. When the light is incident on this air film, then there will be the extra path difference will be generated. For example, that is R1, that is the source S. The light is incident on this interface. One is R1 is the R1 ray is reflected that, and when this come out to that means one is small part is reflected and some part is refracted and again come back to the lower surface, that is R2. So there will be the difference between these two, R1 and R2, means the path difference between these two reflected ray R1 and R2 create an interference pattern in the form of the ring here. This is also a well-known experiment in the laboratory. You can see these things also, and here we have seen the rings that in the form of ring, because equal thickness of the point locus, equal thickness point, that is the locus point, is basically generate the ring structure. So this is bright and this is bright and dark fringes are appear on the microscope. Understand? So equal thickness locus point, that will be satisfy a condition of maxima or the minima, and form equal thickness locus point will create a ring. So with this help we also calculated the diameter of this ring, which is related to the wavelength and the refractive index of the film. Understand? Now we have seen that the path difference between two ray R1 and R2 from the bed shaped film, that is 2 mu t cos R plus alpha, that is plus minus lambda by 2. Extra path difference because the light is reflected from the denser medium if there is a film. Understand? Now for the bright, we already bright fringe condition, that is we already know 2 mu t cos r plus alpha is equal to 2n minus 1 lambda by 2. If we have taken plus lambda by 2, that is it is 2n minus 1 lambda 2. And for the dark fringe condition, that is basically 2 mu t cos r plus alpha is n lambda. N is 1 0 1 2 3 4 and then n is 0 1 2 3 4. Understand? Now T is the thickness, mu is the refractive index of the medium. Now if at normal incidence r is 0, and if this angle is very small, understand, then this is 2 mu t, means this will be 2 mu t, that is equal to 2n minus 1 lambda by 2. Again for dark fringe at the normal incident and that angle is very small, that is 2t cos r plus alpha is 0, so here 2 mu t is equal to n. That is the case 1 and this is the case 2. Now we get the rings here in the form of rings. The interference pattern come in the form of the ring, equal thickness. Here is the T1, here is the T1, here is the T2, here is the T2. Equal thickness point will create a circle that is basically in the form of ring, bright and dark ring. Now we are calculate the dark and bright ring condition. So condition of maximum minimum, we can write it 2 mu t, that is 2n minus 1 lambda by 2, that is equation 1, and 2 mu t is equal to n lambda, condition of dark fringe is 2. Understand? Now diameter of bright and dark fringe. Understand? Now diameter in this, because suppose this is the ring we have taken here. This is the, suppose this is the plane glass and this is a plano convex lens is here, and suppose we are taking the ring that is thickness T. Now what we do, we can we just take in the form of this circle, means we have this is the plano convex, we can extend it and make it as a circle. Understand? So here that is the A. Now this is the plane glass, this is plano convex glass, this is P, where is the form of the ring, that is in the form of this ring. We have seen the ring. Understand? Now, and the radius R is the radius of ring, that can be a bright or the dark, depend upon the condition of bright and the dark fringe. Understand? So BF is the diameter of the ring, that means DE and EF is the radius that is equal to R. D is equal to R and EF is the R, and R is the radius of this ring. Now this circles, understand? Now the radius of the circle is R means the diameter is 2r. So here GE. So here is the EO and this is DE and EF. Now according to the properties of the circle, secant law, that is EF multiplied by DE is equal to OE multiplied by EG. That is the property of the circle. We have taken advantages of the property of circle. We have extend this plano convex lens as a circle here. So this is the T. EO is, what is E? O is T. So what is GE? GE is basically means EG. That is EG is equal to 2R. That is a 2R. That is 2R minus T. So here we have EF is R. So property of circle is EF multiplied by the DE is equal to OE multiplied by the EG. That is the property of circle. So EF is R. That is the R. R is the radius of the ring. Understand? And OE is T. OE is T. And multiply EG is 2R minus T. Understand? So this is R square. Now that is 2RT minus T square. If thickness is very small, because R is much now at R is much greater than T, and R is the radius of curvature of the plano convex lens. So here when this 2RT is much greater than this is a T, thickness of thin film is micron, and R is approximately 90 centimeter. Understand? Now from this we can neglect this, and here we can see that T is equal to R square upon 2R. Understand? Now for the diameter of, first case is diameter of bright fringe. So condition for the bright fringe in case of that shape, that is 2 mu t cos r plus alpha is 2n minus 1 lambda by 2. Understand? When mu is 1 and r is, this is the normal incident, so r is basically 0 and alpha is the dash angle, that is very small. Understand? Alpha is very small, so this term will be 1, so that is 2t is equal to 2n minus 1 lambda by 2. Understand? Now substituting this value to this one, because r is the radius of the ring. Understand? So 2 multiplied by r square upon 2r is equal to 2n minus 1 lambda by 2. Understand? Now r square is equal to r, that is 2n minus 1 lambda by 2. Now replace r is equal to d by 2. So here is d square upon 4, that is the radius r is 2n minus 1 lambda by 2. Then so here we have seen that d square is 4r lambda by 2, that is 2n minus 1. So here 2, here we have seen that this is basically 2. So diameter is proportional to the square root of odd natural number. So the diameter of the bright fringe is the square root of the odd natural number. This is the important questions. It will always come in the exam. That is a proof that the diameter of the bright fringe is the proportional to the odd natural number. Now in case of diameter of dark fringe. So the condition for the dark fringe in case of bell shape, that is basically n lambda. Understand? Same, mu is 1, r is equal to 0, and this is basically n lambda. So here, by again putting t is equal to r square by 2r, this is basically n lambda. Understand? So here, this is basically n lambda, and here we have seen that the diameter of the bright fringe is 2 is square root of natural number. Understand? By solving this is diameter is, by replacing r by d by 2, d is the diameter. The diameter of the ring in case of dark fringe is proportional to the square root of the natural number. Understand? Now the application of Newton ring experiment. First is basically calculate the wavelength of light, and second is calculate the refractive index of unknown medium. Now, first of all, we will discuss about the wavelength of light using Newton ring experiment. So, the diameter of the dark fringe is basically d square is 2 n lambda r. Understand? That is the diameter of the bright fringe, and the next fringe is d square n plus p is equal to 2 n plus p lambda by r. That is equation 1 and that is the equation 2. That is the diameter of the nth ring, and n plus p ring is p is the difference between the two rings. Suppose that we are taking the ring of second, 4, 4, 6 and 9, 6 and 8, then the p is 2. Understand? So by subtracting this, d square n plus p minus d square n is equal to 4p r lambda. Now lambda is d square n plus p minus d square n upon, that is basically 4p r. So this is the formula to calculating the wavelength of the light. We just calculate the diameter from the scale. By using main scale and the vernier scale, we can calculate the diameter of the ring, and P is the consecutive ring, that is 2, that is a 4 and 2. So P is basically here the 2 and R is the radius of the curvature of the lens. Understand? Now we have calculated the wavelength of the light. Now the diameter of the nth dark fringe is 4p lambda r. That is a 4 lambda r n. Understand? And the diameter of n plus p ring is, that is 4 lambda r n plus p. Understand? Now we have seen that this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. What is P? P is, suppose we have a ring, this is the ring. Understand? This is first ring, second, third and fourth. If we are taking second and third, then P is 1. If we are taking 2, 4, 6, then the P is 2. Understand? So here by subtracting 2 and 1, we have find that dn plus p square minus d square n is equal to 4 r lambda. 4 p r lambda. Understand? Now the lambda is d square n plus p minus d square n by 4 p. This is the way we can calculate the diameter of the ring. The ring is formed and looking like this, like bright and the dark fringes, concentric, because the equal thickness of the both side point, that is the locus of the point, make a ring. Understand? So in this way, we have just calculated the diameter of these using main scale and the vernier scale and substitute there. P is the difference between the two rings, R is the radius of the curvature of the plano-convex lens. Understand? Now, second application is to calculate the refractive index of material. Suppose we immerse this into the water. Understand? So we can easily calculate the refractive index of the water. Suppose the diameter material which insert, for example, the diameter of the nth ring of the dark fringe is 4 n lambda r, and the diameter of the consecutive ring is 4 n plus p lambda r. Understand? Now by subtracting this minus d square n, that is 4p lambda r. This is equation 1. Now this will immerse in the some medium, then diameter is d dash square n is equal to 4 n lambda r upon mu. mu is the refractive index of medium. Understand? And d dash n plus p square is equal to 4 n plus p lambda r upon mu. Understand? Now, by subtracting d square, that is a dash square n is equal to 4 n plus p lambda r. Understand? Upon mu, that is the 4. If we substitute this, that is the 4 p lambda. That is the equation 2. Understand? Now, dividing 1 and 2. Now, divide 1 and 2. Then, what will happen? Mu is basically divided. Mu is d square n plus p minus d square n upon d dash square n plus p minus d square n. So measuring the diameter of conjugative second and third, if p is 1, and when we immerse this into the solution or the material which we are desired to calculate the refractive index, then calculate the diameter of the rings. It is in case of air and this is in case of any material. Understand? So when we calculate the diameter, we can easily calculate the refractive index of the unknown material.